Ever had a project go off the rails because of miscommunication? Imagine this, you are in the middle of the execution phase, everything seems to be going smoothly, but suddenly, tasks start overlapping, deadlines are missed, and no one seems to be on the same page. That's what poor communication can do to a project. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to manage communication in the execution phase, with step-by-step strategies, tips, and tools you can use right away to keep everything on track. Welcome back to our channel, NxtChair. I'm Rohit, and you're watching the How To series, where we break down complex project management topics into simple, actionable guides. Our goal here is to give you the tools and strategies you need to succeed in managing projects from start to finish. Whether you're just starting your project management journey or you are a seasoned professional, we've got something for you. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Today, we're talking all about how to manage communication during the execution phase of a project, arguably one of the most crucial elements for success. Let's get into it. The topic: how to manage communication in the execution phase. The execution phase is where all your planning gets tested. It's the part of the project lifecycle where your ideas, strategies, and detailed plans transform into real actions. Teams are busy working on tasks, deadlines are approaching, and deliverables start taking shape. It's an exciting phase because this is when tangible progress is made, but it's also one of the most challenging parts of managing a project. Why? Because when multiple teams, individuals, and stakeholders are involved, even the most minor communication breakdown can cause significant issues. Let's face it, no matter how solid your planning is, unexpected situations will arise in the execution phase. Maybe a task takes longer than anticipated, or a key team member falls behind due to unforeseen circumstances. It's also common for priorities to shift based on new information, changing client demands, or emerging risks. This is why effective communication becomes the critical factor that keeps everything running smoothly. Without a robust communication strategy, even the smallest issues can snowball into project delays, budget overruns, and strained team dynamics. Misunderstandings between team members can result in duplicate work, misaligned priorities, or worse, critical tasks falling through the cracks. This makes communication not just a necessary task but the lifeline of project execution. Now, while we all understand that communication is important, the real question is, how do you manage it effectively? What steps should you take to ensure that communication flows effortlessly across your team and stakeholders throughout the execution phase? There's no one-size-fits-all answer, but there are key strategies that, when applied correctly, can keep communication flowing smoothly, ensure everyone stays informed, and keep your project on track despite the inevitable challenges that arise. So, let's dive into these step-by-step strategies and explore what makes communication successful during this critical phase of project management. Step 1. Establish clear communication channels. First, make sure to establish clear communication channels. This might sound basic, but you'd be surprised how often teams run into issues simply because they haven't agreed on where or how to communicate. Will your team use Slack for quick chats? Email for formal updates? Trello for task tracking? Each channel should have a specific purpose. For example, Slack could be for real-time discussions, while email could be reserved for formal announcements. The key is to set expectations early, so there's no confusion later on. This will ensure that people know exactly where to look for updates and how to communicate with the team. Step 2. Set up regular check-ins. Next, set up regular check-ins. These could be daily stand-ups, weekly progress meetings, or milestone reviews, depending on the nature of your project. What's important is that there are consistent touch points to discuss progress, address concerns, and adjust plans if necessary. Keep these meetings focused and concise. You don't want to derail productivity with long meetings. Use a structure like the 3-question format used in Scrum stand-ups. What did you do yesterday? What will you do today? Are there any blockers? Step 3. Use a centralized dashboard for updates. One of the best ways to manage communication in the execution phase is by using a centralized dashboard. A centralized dashboard consolidates all your project data in one place, giving your team a clear view of task progress, deadlines, and any outstanding issues. Some of the best tools for creating centralized dashboards include 1. Asana, great for task management and team collaboration. 2. Monday.com, very customizable and easy to use for tracking milestones. 3. Microsoft Teams with Planner, perfect if your team is already using Microsoft 365. 4. Jira, excellent for more complex, technical projects, especially in software development. 5. ClickUp, a versatile tool with a lot of functionality, from task tracking to time management. By having a single source of truth, you reduce the likelihood of missed updates or misunderstandings. Plus, everyone knows exactly where to find the most current project status. Step 4. Encourage open communication and feedback. Communication during execution isn't just top-down. It's essential to encourage open communication and a culture of feedback. Your team should feel comfortable voicing concerns, suggesting improvements, or pointing out potential risks. One tip is to schedule regular one-on-one meetings with key team members or to create an anonymous feedback channel, where people can share thoughts without the fear of repercussions. Fostering a culture of openness will help you identify problems before they become critical. Step 5. Document and share key decisions. Make it a habit to document and share all key decisions. Whether it's a meeting conclusion, a change in scope, or a timeline adjustment, everything should be written down and shared with the relevant stakeholders. Why? Because when things move fast, people forget, and assumptions are made. Documentation creates a single source of truth. Always ensure these decisions are communicated clearly across your team, whether through email summaries or by updating your dashboard. Step 6. Adapt communication style based on stakeholders. One of the most important but often overlooked elements of communication is adapting your communication style depending on your audience. Different stakeholders will need different levels of detail. For example, your team might need granular, day-to-day updates, while senior management will want high-level reports focusing on project status, key milestones, and risks. Tailoring your communication to the audience ensures that everyone gets the information they need without being overwhelmed by unnecessary details. Tips and tricks for managing communication effectively. Let's pause for a second and go over some quick tips and tricks to further enhance your communication during the execution phase. 1. Use visual aids, charts, timelines, and Kanban boards can simplify complex information and keep everyone on the same page. 2. Establish a communication protocol, define how often you'll check in, where to escalate issues, and who should be informed at each step. 3. Use recurring meeting agendas, it saves time and ensures nothing falls through the cracks. 4. Leverage collaboration features in tools. Many project management tools have real-time collaboration features like shared comments, attachments, and updates. Make full use of these. Common mistakes to avoid in communication during execution. Now, let's talk about a few common mistakes you should avoid. 1. Overloading with information. It's tempting to keep everyone in the loop on everything, but too much information can lead to confusion. Focus on what's most relevant for each audience. 2. Skipping documentation. Skipping documentation or assuming that verbal agreements are enough can cause misunderstandings down the line. 3. Not encouraging two-way communication. If communication is only top-down, your team may hesitate to voice concerns, which can result in unresolved issues and project delays. 4. Lack of flexibility. Projects change, and communication needs to adapt. Be open to adjusting your communication strategy as the project progresses. Quick question. What tools are you currently using for project communication? Drop your answers in the comments, and I'll be reading through them to share my thoughts and suggestions. If you're finding these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And if you're enjoying this content, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and allows us to bring you more step-by-step guides. And don't forget to check out the rest of our How To series for more in-depth project management tips, including our videos on project planning, managing risks, and running successful meetings. There's a lot more content designed to help you master every phase of project management. In conclusion, communication during the execution phase is the glue that holds everything together. By establishing clear channels, using centralized dashboards, encouraging feedback, and tailoring your communication to different stakeholders, you'll keep your project on track and your team aligned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.